We're live in Bassiam Studios. This is the Whiskey and Whiskers podcast. I'm your host, Whiskey Wizard Matt.
And Blake. Just two of us on the show today. This will be fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I think we can do it.
Yeah.
I want to go off a little bit unorthodox before we even jump into a topic because I need to get a little bit lubed up. If we're going to keep this conversation going, I need to take a shot.
Okay, I'm down.
So let's just open with that.
Are we looking in the box already?
That's it.
Yeah.
Today we're drinking Gentle Ben. That's it. Gentle Ben. What? Okay.
It looks like it's in the bottle. The bottle is pretty interesting.
Usually it says like Gentle Ben, some Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey or blended whiskey or something. You know what I mean? No,
Yeah.
This just says Gentle Ben. That's it.
Has this been featured on the podcast before?
Uh-uh.
Oh, that's good.
It is crafted in Texas though.
I'm glad they started letting us do that. That was like years ago, right? When they started allowing distilling in Texas. And
Well,
Garrison-
that's probably why it doesn't say bourbon.
Ah.
Oh, down here it does. Straight bourbon whiskey, but it's like not even on the label. It's on a completely different look.
That's okay. But, I thought like Garrison Brothers were like one of the first ones to start doing the Texas whiskey.
Is that the rule? I don't even know what the rule is. I should probably know that.
It was sometime.
I think you're not allowed to call it bourbon, but now you're right. Yeah, now they have Texas bourbon. You can have Texas bourbon, which is different than bourbon.
Yeah.
All right, hold up. Shut the fuck up.
And that's pretty B plus. B. I like it.
Second pop is about the same.
But you gotta understand, we're working with like more of a wine bottle kind of shaped bottle than like a bottle of Jack or something like that.
I like the color though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get I should have taken some pre-show shots. What the fuck? Where's my head at? Oh. All right.
Ooh, that is very gentle. That is Gentle Ben.
Gentle Ben. Let's talk about these giant spiders that apparently are invading the East Coast. Now, if there's two things I don't like, it's giant spiders and the East Coast. So it's a match made in heaven, really.
Yeah.
But I can't help but think, well, if these giant Asian spiders are invading the East Coast, like, is this like a Spider-Fest destiny that's going to work his way across the U.S. towards us? And I don't think so, because supposedly it started in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
But it's not working its way towards Texas, towards the west. It's working its way east up the coast.
It's because they fly, and they can only follow the jet stream, so they're never going to make it to Texas. Is that what you're saying?
I love that. I don't know that's what I'm saying.
You need to look up
yeah.
wind directions, but they're following the jet stream, and it's taking them straight to New York, huh?
Dude, flying spiders, bro. Flying spiders? That's what we got to fuck with now? 2024 wasn't bad enough. We got to fuck with flying venomous spiders now? Big fucking venomous spider. 4-inch fucking legs.
Ooh.
And they fly. Why not? Of course they fucking fly. Like, at this point, shit doesn't even surprise me anymore.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you live through a pandemic and fucking, everything's going to shit. Why don't the spiders fly? Let's make them fly.
Yeah. Apparently, you were telling me pre-show that they use a technique called ballooning, where they shoot out some web and they just fly in the air.
Yeah, this is where North Korea got their
ideas.
their
for
defensive tactics.
for their Dennis the Menace.
So these
military invasion.
These Asian spiders use like a silk balloon that they throw up, and then it parachutes them up into the air, and then they fly, miles.
There you go.
And then they just land on your face while you're like riding a bike or something. Bro,
dude,
what the fuck?
Dude.
This is a problem. And we're not talking about it. We're the only ones that are talking. Why isn't that on every fucking media front page?
And if they can, if like something from a different ecosystem can live here, it will thrive here because we have a lot of wildlife protection. So they got a lot of places to go,
Dude, the wildlife protection is honestly out of control.
But they should be protecting us from giant flying venomous spiders is what they should be doing.
Yeah. Flamethrowers, bro.
I know. Just kill them.
Standing on the beach.
Yeah.
Shooting flamethrowers up into the air. Why not? They've got a dome in Israel. We can't get some flamethrowers against these spiders, bro?
Yeah.
Well,
that sucks for New York, bro. They're going to be dealing with that. It's probably because they convicted Trump, so now these spiders are going to go out to say something about it.
Yeah, look what God just did to you, bro. How about flying spiders, New York? Fuck you.
From your overlords in China, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, they said that shit over here on purpose,
I
too.
know.
They would be some smart motherfuckers to think of that. Like the North Koreans are like, fuck, dude, we're dumb as fuck. We're sending shit. We're sending shit. Asia's or China's sending spiders.
Yeah. They just go out to the ocean and let them balloon in the jet stream. Like, they'll make it to America. They're not going to stop for the water.
They balloon
bro.
off of the balloons.
Yeah.
That fucking Chinese balloon was just dropping spiders all across the U.S.
Exactly. Spider
Oh,
eggs, and they've hatched.
There's some gnarly shit over there, I think. Like those wasps. You know those wasps?
Yeah.
Like the nastiest Asian wasps. Wasps are fucking assholes too, by the way, because they don't
Yeah.
do any like they don't even make fucking honey. They don't like at least
No.
fire ants eat dead stuff and pick up trash. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they help a little bit, even though they're
Yeah.
assholes.
Do wasps don't pollinate, do they?
Wasps don't do shit. They just sting you and they hurt.
Yeah.
And they hide in your like under your wheelbarrow when you go to move it.
Or your garage or something.
Yeah, dude. Fuck wasps. But then China's like, hey, look, we have these gnarly Asian wasps. Let's send them over there.
Yeah. You
We
got to
have these
paint
gnarly
your
spiders.
you got to paint your balcony or your outside roof blue, so that way they think it's the sky and they don't build nests there. That's a pro tip.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Paint it blue and wasps won't build a nest there.
Damn, I fucked up.
Like sky blue though.
We got a new roof on our house. I made it. I painted it black, like the Rolling Stones song.
Oh yeah.
I didn't really paint it. It was black shingles.
But it's like got to be a roof. You know, they make their nests like in balcony and
Oh, the eave.
like the eave. You know,
Mhm.
paint that blue and you won't have to deal with wasps. Sky blue.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I heard they're making a killer bee beer.
Uh
Bee
oh.
beer.
Who's
Beer.
the beekeeper for that? Are they like they should call it like
I don't know, but I'm gonna want a suit.
lawnmower killer ale or something like that, because that's when they kill you when you're mowing your lawn.
Damn,
You can make up some good killer bee names, you know.
that's kind of cool. That's kind of dope.
Yeah.
Like,
I just dove in my pool and now there's killer bees above me.
I bet the honey's good, dude. I'm totally making this up. Like, there's probably no literature that says this, but for some reason, I feel like I read something that killer bees make really good honey, and they're mass producers of honey,
Oh, okay.
but they're also like assholes.
Yeah.
So they tried to breed killer bees with honeybees to get a better breed of honeybee, but they ended up just getting killer bees. That's like how the killer bee thing happened.
Oh, dang. They just got more aggressive, like a pit bull or something like that. We made pit bull bees.
Pitbull bees.
You come over to their house and they're just growling at you for 4 hours.
Dude,
you know?
we fuck everything up, don't we? Everything. We're like, hey, look, we're gonna make a badass bee, and they're like, yeah, it is a badass bee, but not in the way you want it. It's gonna fuck shit up now. No, we just wanted a bee to make beer.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Who's making it? The killer bee beer.
I don't know, some motherfuckers. I didn't read it.
Okay.
But it's like, I don't know. It's like eating the squid, except not dangerous at all, and it's probably delicious.
Yeah.
You know? I guess it's mead, right? If it's made out of honey, it's mead.
Something like that, yeah.
So it's kind of got a cool, like, I don't know. I can imagine getting the bottle of beer and being like, bro, this is killer bee beer. There's a lot of alliteration happening here.
I'd want to have it. I definitely would. But I think
Let's make some bourbon out of it.
but it's the time for bees, right? Summer and springtime. Have you been seeing any bees out lately?
I haven't noticed an abundance of bees, but I have. The other day I came home from camping,
Yeah.
and a bird's nest had tumped over.
Okay.
Like, it didn't fall, it just tumped over in my front yard,
Uh-huh.
and these 3 little baby birds landed in the yard.
Oh, they're done.
So I got home, pull in the driveway, and I'm walking walking inside, and I can hear them chirping,
Yeah.
right? And I look over and I see their mouths opening,
Yeah.
and they're just fucking little birds on the ground. And I'm like, fuck, dude, like, I just got home from camping. I want to go home and like take it. I want to take a shower
Yeah.
and sit in my fucking shorts and watch hockey or something.
Uh-huh.
Instead, what I did is I got my extension ladder from my neighbor's house because he still had it from whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
and then put that up in the tree. Climbed up there. I had to like I took the whole nest down at first because it was just tumped over. It was completely sideways.
I heard if you mess with like the birds on the ground, you try to put them back in the nest, the mom's not going to mess with them.
So
anymore.
that's a myth.
Oh, that's a myth?
Well, so what I did do is I put on rubber gloves.
Uh-huh.
So I think that helped.
Okay.
But I pulled the nest down and I set it on the ground because I was trying to figure out, like, some of the stuff online was like, you have to put it inside of a box and then zip tie the box back to the tree.
Yeah.
So that was my plan originally, but then we put the birds back in it, and then I was like, why don't I just put it back up there where it goes,
Yeah.
you know? So I put it back where it goes, and I had to build a little bit more structure to, like, let the, just
Yeah.
leave some sticks, twigs in there.
Uh-huh.
And I got it to sit flat again, so then I put the birds back in there. Well, a few minutes later, one of the birds gets pushed back out.
Oh,
Boom,
no.
hits the ground. So I'm like, fuck, this isn't going to work, you know? And I go and I grab the little guy and I put him back up in there and go back inside. And like literally before I even get through the front door, they pushed him out again.
Oh, the birds were?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So we took him inside. My wife was like, I guess online it said to wet cat food. And you run that through a syringe. She was feeding it wet cat food. That's what you're supposed to feed it. I guess cats eat bugs. I don't know.
Okay.
So she was like feeding it, and we were going to take it to a wildlife rehabilitation center or something the next day. But it was Sunday, so we couldn't go that day.
Oh, okay.
So we were going to take it back on Monday, and he didn't survive the night.
Oh, no.
Right? He died. It was sad. But I get home on Monday after going to work all day or whatever, get rid of the dead bird. But I get home on Monday, and I'm like, I wonder if those other two made it, right?
Yeah.
And I left the ladder sitting in the tree because I knew I was going to go back up and check it later. So anyway, I start climbing this ladder, and the mom bird jumped out and like started dive bombing me, attacking me.
Oh, yeah?
And it was like a bluebird.
A blue jay?
I don't know if it was a blue jay because blue jays are all blue, aren't they? This
They're
one was
like
like
white.
blue and gray or blue and white. Yeah.
They're blue and white.
Okay, then it was a blue jay.
Yeah.
So she comes out of the nest like going hard, fucking attacking me and stuff. And I'm like, all right, cool. You win.
Oh, so she did take the babies back.
But
That's
then I
good.
heard the babies chirping and, you know, being crazy after she
Yeah.
fled. So yeah, the two that we managed to save are still up there. And I guess they could tell that this one was like kind of fucked off
Yeah.
and they just kept pushing him out.
Oh, dang.
So sucks to be him, but we saved 2 out of 3 and that ain't bad.
Nope. Now they got to learn how to fly and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. I should have set a camera up there or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Probably get some followers.
Yeah.
Post it in. I'm going to take a shot for my blue bird bros
Okay. Oh, man.
and the beer bees.
And the beer bees. What about the feral chickens?
Birds and the bees. The feral chickens. So, first of all, where is Norfolk? Because it's not Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay.
So, I guess they named Norfolk. I was reading it and I was like, where the fuck did this happen? Because they're saying words like they've infested the lane. I'm like, what the fuck is a lane? No, we don't live on lanes, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, this clearly isn't Norfolk, Virginia, which is what I thought because it said Norfolk
Yeah.
resident or whatever. And these chickens are coming in and just like ruling the roost. They're fucking everybody up. They're like feral chickens, bro.
Dude, like in Zelda, when you would attack a chicken, like you couldn't beat the chickens. They'd all attack you.
Yeah, they kill you, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. They need some chicken swords.
They need to do something because apparently the chickens are like raiding gardens, they're raiding houses, and then
Oh,
they're
no.
also like bringing rats and stuff. And there's all these dumb motherfuckers standing. Again, this is what got me to thinking, like, where the fuck is Norfolk? Because why the fuck are we not just shooting the chickens? You know,
Exactly.
you don't have a fucking pellet gun. Bro.
No.
Like 12-year-old me with free license to shoot chickens with a pellet gun? Are you kidding me?
That'd be cool. That'd be something you and your dad could do. You know what I'm saying? That'd be family fun. That's male bonding.
Just give all the kids up and down the lane, give them all slingshots,
Yeah.
and be like, you can shoot them at chickens. You know?
Yeah.
Let's take care of this. We can be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem.
Or you can get some dogs too.
Bro, dogs love killing chickens.
Exactly.
You have to train them not to kill chickens.
I know.
You just let them do their thing. You're like, no, it's cool. You get to kill chickens. But then you know there's going to be a bunch of bleeding heart people because someone's going to film it. They're going to be like, you're letting this dog kill these chickens, and you're like, yeah, but these chickens are assholes. You don't understand. Oh, and they bring rats too. They bring rats.
Why do chickens bring? Because of their.
I don't know.
They just do?
Yeah, something. Wherever there's feral chickens, there's giant rats.
Oh, dang.
according to these Norfolkers.
Okay.
These Norfolkers.
Did we ever find out where they're from?
No, it's in Norfolk, the lane.
That's pretty crazy, bro. You know.
I like the idea of dogs. That's smart. I saw a dog on Instagram that was killing rat. That was his job. It was
Yeah.
a terrier. And like, dude, this thing was a slayer. And he's a
Yeah.
little motherfucker, right?
Yeah, all the terriers were all the little varmint hunters.
But he's a slayer, bro. He's like running, and the whole page was dedicated to this terrier being a killer, but it's like urban rat killing.
Yeah.
So like he lets him loose in an alley, and the dog runs and jumps in a dumpster, and there's like 6 rats in there, and the guy plugs the hole. You know, there's like a drain hole in the
Yeah.
bottom of the dumpster. So he plugs the hole so that the rats that are in there can't get out.
Yeah.
And then he's like, dog, go. And the dog runs and jumps into the dumpster and just starts like picking up the rats and shaking the fuck out of them. Dude, it was so awesome. I think that shit's cool.
That dog's got a better life than like 90% of the domesticated animals.
Yeah, dude. He's in heaven.
Yeah.
He's like rolling in trash and killing rats.
Exactly, bro.
And, there's all these people in the comments that are like, I hope you get him fucking extra. What do you want? Like, you want him to get the extra rat shots? They're like, what if the rats bite him? And he's like, the rats bite him all the time. He kills them, though. And then he kills another one. And they're like, well, he's going to get some kind of disease or something. No, he's killed over 500. He's never gotten a disease. We give him a bath when we get home.
Yeah.
What about special shot? What special shots? Do you think they have like, this dog fights rats shots? No. What special shots? He just gets his regular shots. He gets baths when he gets home, and he kills fucking rats. And he's a slayer. He's a fucking alpha dog.
Yeah.
And he's a little motherfucker. I love it because like I've seen the big dogs that like chase down pigs and stuff. They're cool too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like it's cool to be like this little terrier's like. There's this bit gnarly pit bull, right? Fucking, his name's Riddick or something. He's got the armor and the metal covered teeth and shit.
Yeah.
And Riddick is like, "Yo, little terrier, like, what the fuck? I'm the bad motherfucker. I kill pigs." And the little terrier's like, "Bro, this is urban rat killing, dude. I'm the man here. This is my house. Watch.
Yeah.
Just sit back and watch." Because those giant Great Danes and pit bulls and stuff can't kill rats like this terrier, dude.
No
way.
Don't they even have a dog named a rat terrier?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I always thought it was because they were small and kind of looked like a rat.
Yeah.
But no, apparently they're just fucking rat slayers.
Yeah. You probably want one of those in your house in the 1800s and just kill a rat,
Yeah, dude.
Or then maybe that's why you had cats too, but who wants a cat?
Yeah. Not me.
Could you imagine being in the 1800s and like you date some cat lady?
Oh, cat ladies from back then?
Yeah. And like you don't have all the chemicals to like clean up cat piss and they just piss in your house and you smell like cat piss all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
You don't even have like laundry.
Did they have litter boxes back then?
No, what are you going to put in a litter box? Just dirt? You just put a pile of dirt in the corner of your room?
Maybe you had like indoor-outdoor cats back then.
I don't think you brought them indoors. I think you just feed them outside and they kill shit outside.
And when they get in, you shoo them outside.
Yeah.
Maybe all animals in the 1800s were all outside animals.
I just like the idea of an animal having a job.
Yeah.
Know? Like they need to start pulling their weight around here. My dog doesn't do fucking shit.
No.
He sucks. I mean, he's cool. I like him, but also he sucks. He needs to start doing some shit.
Well, why don't you start taking him to the Texan Mart and throwing him in the dumpster and he can kill some rats?
Just throw him in the dumpster with like 6 rats. Dude, he's such a pussy. He would be like crying and shit. He's scared of the rats. The rats have got him in the corner. No, that wouldn't work.
And then you got to get your dog out of the dumpster.
You're like, ew, the rats are going to touch me.
You're on your own, bro. You got to kill these rats.
I'm out. Dude, that little terrier didn't give a fuck.
Have you seen him try to kill anything like a squirrel or like a bird?
He'll chase like
Has he gotten
rabbits
Has he
and
gotten a
stuff.
kill
Nah.
before?
Nah.
Did Piper ever get a kill?
Oh, yeah.
Piper got some kills?
She was a killer. She brought a squirrel to the back porch one time.
Okay. Because my roommate's dog gets kills all the time.
What kind of kills?
I've seen her get 3 birds. I haven't seen her get a rabbit yet, but I've seen her get some birds, and I've seen her get a squirrel before too.
You want to know how worthless my dog is?
Yeah.
I have rabbits that live in my backyard. I don't have a big backyard.
No.
There's rabbits that live under my shed. We see them every morning. My daughter loves them. She takes pictures of them and stuff.
Yeah.
They just live out. They're like, oh, there's a dog that lives here, and they're like, he's worthless. He doesn't matter. They're like, we're safe.
Dude, they probably got it better than Rooster,
Oh, dude, and Rooster every day. I'll let him out the back door, and he's like, "Get the fucking rabbits!" And he runs to like the corner of the shed, and the rabbits are like, "Nah." He's like, "Oh man," and then he wants to come back inside because he's a pussy.
He doesn't.
He's like, "It's hot out here."
Does he start barking at him?
He'll bark at him,
Yeah.
but he's never going to catch one.
No.
So much so that even the rabbits are like, "No, this is a pretty safe place to live. It's a good neighborhood, you know."
Yeah. I haven't seen a deer in a while. That'd be nice. Go hike and see a deer or something.
Dude, my dad lives in Briarcliff. I was
Yeah.
talking to him today on the drive home. He lives in Briarcliff, and as he was talking to me, he opens his door to the garage, and then he fucks around in there, finds some horseshoes or something, and then he walks inside, and then he walks back out, and he's like, "Hey, get the fuck out!" and starts yelling, and I'm like, "Dad, what's going?" Like, I'm thinking someone's breaking into his house or something, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, these goddamn deer are coming into my fucking garage, getting into the the corn. And I'm like, Dad, you feed him. He feeds him every day from his garage.
Yeah.
Like he opens his garage door and the deer are like, oh, that's dinner. And they go show up. And then he gets like a scoop full of corn from his garage and goes out and gives it to him in the yard.
It's such a Lake Travis thing to feed the deer.
Dude, as soon as he goes inside, the deer are like, there's the food. Bro, I was in high school. I was like, they keep the beer in the garage. We need to go into the garage and get the beer, right?
Yeah.
That's what these deer, they're as smart as high schoolers.
Yeah.
They're like, we should go in there and get the food.
Oh, man.
So that's what they're doing. They're there.
The deer are still there?
In Briarcliff, they are.
That's good.
Have you ever heard that, you know how all the roads are fucked in Briarcliff?
Yeah.
Like, just super fucked. There's no, like, rhyme
Dude,
or reason
I
to
have
it?
been lost in Briarcliff a couple times.
My dad lives in Briarcliff, and I still get lost in Briarcliff. Like, I have to take, like I've memorized the path, and it's
Yeah.
like a labyrinth or a maze or something, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like, look, I'm going to tell you the directions to get there. If you fuck this up, though, you're on your own.
Yeah.
Because I can't help you.
No.
Like, you're lost.
No, you're done.
You got to take, first right, second left, third right,
Yeah.
first left, and then he's the first house on the left. There it is.
Yeah.
And they're like, bro, I see like a fucking, brick wall. And you're like, nah. It could even be a big lamp. They're like, I'm at the boat dock. I'm at the boat launch. Like, I'm at the ramp. And you're like, there's two of them. And I don't know which one you're at. You're fucked, dude. I don't know how to get to Dad's house from there. You're fucked. But anyway, I heard a rumor, or I'm going to perpetuate it. I think it's a real story. It's a real story for sure. The reason that the roads are so fucked is because that used to be Willie's land.
Okay.
And I guess when Pootie was out there, which was his roadie, his homie, right?
Yeah.
When he would go out there and get drunk, he would drive the tractor through the woods and make trails, right?
Yeah.
So that they could like ride dirt bikes and golf carts and all that shit.
Yeah.
Well, then Willie built the golf course, right?
Okay.
So he had his own 9-hole golf course, and then he ended up losing it to the IRS, and they fucking sold it all and built Briarcliff.
Yeah.
But they built the roads on the old trails that Pootie fucking carved through the woods.
That's pretty cool.
So that's why the roads are all fucking crazy.
Some drunk Texan was driving a tractor around.
Yeah.
So you got to be drunk when you're driving through Briarcliff, and then you can get to your destination.
Yep.
Okay, I got
Actually, no, that doesn't work at all either. I've tried it. But what's crazy is you can be drunk. Like, if I know how to get to Dad's house, and if I'm drunk, even if I'm drunk, I can get there.
Yeah.
Right? Fucking, I can't even see. It's dark. Like, I'll get right there and be like, boom, we're home. Let's go.
Yeah.
But if I miss a turn, bro, I've literally been lost in Briarcliff for like an hour and a half.
That's so bad.
I tried to go into Briarcliff one time when we were in high school. This girl was like, hey, come over, I'm gonna fuck you. It was essentially that, right?
Yeah.
So we go into Briarcliff to go meet these girls, and dude, we just can't pull it off. We can't get there.
Oh man.
We're fucking no, sorry, I can't. They were doing the same shit I'm doing now, right?
Yeah.
Like, sorry, I can't help you. And that's like, I just want to get there and have sex with this chick.
Yeah.
And no, it's impossible. Got lost for like an hour and a half. Me and Travis, actually.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, we got lost for like an hour and a half in there. And then we're eventually like, well, we're back at fucking 71 now,
Might as well go home.
I'm not going to go back in there.
No.
Get lost again. What if we get stuck?
Plus,
Nah.
that was a girl giving you directions too. You ever heard that song "Girl Directions" that was popular like 10 years ago?
No, but that's a thing.
Yeah.
They're like, there's going to be a house with a tree. You're like, dude, can you tell me a street name? No, I don't know the street names. But there's like a tree and there's this cute dog that lives on this corner. And you're like, bro, it is midnight right now. And I'm drunk.
Oh man, I haven't been out Briarcliff Spicewood Way in a while. Is Opie still there?
Last time I was out there, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Though I don't go see my dad near as much as I should. It's been 6 months,
Maybe y'all should go to Opie sometime.
but it's still out there.
Yeah.
There's a gas station out there called Hollingsworth.
Okay.
You know
yeah.
what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? And it's like, unless you want to drive to Marble Falls or Bee Cave, that's what you got, is this fucking gas station. And when I say gas station, I'm using that term real liberally. They sell like pipe fittings. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
sell fucking, like, you can get anything there.
Yeah.
It's like a miniature Walmart,
Yeah.
but everything is way overpriced. Like, dude, they gouge the fuck out of you, and they don't even care. You're like, this is a $2 like pipe fitting, and they're like, yeah, well, it's $15 here. Do you want to drive to fucking Marble Falls or Bee Cave? And you're like, no. And they're like, all right, $15. What's up?
Is that a place where you can also get a burger too?
Oh yeah, you can get a burger, you can get fried chicken, you can get bait.
Yeah.
You know?
I know which one gas station you're talking about. The General Store, Spicewood General.
Yeah.
Then you got the Paleface Grocery too, which is not bad.
Oh, that one's good. Yeah. They got a lot of shit there.
You used to have some cute girls that work there.
Yeah, that's a good one to pull up to on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, I used to get my smokes there all the time.
But it kind of sucks because any chicks that are hanging out at that gas station showed up with a dude with a boat.
Yeah.
And it's hard to you're not going to spit game to a chick that's like, I'm here with this dude and he's got a boat. You're like, well, I don't have a boat.
I got a podcast.
That doesn't work. No, I haven't done that since I've had the podcast. And it didn't work anyway.
Oh man. Well,
Dude, pulling chicks with a boat, that's
No.
like cheat code, isn't it?
I saw a meme where it was all the fat guys checking their phone because summertime's rolling around because they have a boat.
Uh-huh.
All the fat rich guys getting all the girls that ghosted them throughout the winter, calling them again for boat times.
Oh, dude, I had to check my fucking, I judged somebody,
Yeah.
right? Went camping with Chris, actually, from the show. He's not here tonight. Tragically, he died of his crab. His crabs got a little out of hand.
Yeah.
Passed away. But he'll be back next week. I'm sure it's fine. But anyway, he was camping. I went out and hung out with him for the day, and we're sitting back in this cove. And there's a few other pontoon boats and stuff in this cove. And I remember thinking that it was this giant fucking yacht
Yeah.
pulls up into the cove.
Yeah.
And it's this old man and he wasn't being too greedy, right? This was a several $1 million boat. This was a giant fucking boat.
Right.
And he pulls up and he's probably 60, right? And he's got a 40-year-old fucking side piece,
Okay.
Props to him, dude. And again, he didn't get greedy. He didn't have a boat full of 21-year-olds,
No.
He was just like, I got a hot fucking 40-year-old. That was his game. So I respect him for that.
Hopefully she's his girlfriend and not his wife. You know what I'm saying?
Side piece.
Yeah. Side piece.
So anyway, he pulls into the cove and drops anchor or whatever. And I remember thinking dude, it's kind of cool that this guy spent millions of dollars on this boat and I spent $12 to get into this park, and here we are chilling in the same cove. You know,
Okay.
we're in the same space. Where he's chilling and where I'm chilling are not that different. Now, obviously they are. It'd be a lot cooler to be on the deck of that boat and listening to music instead of on the shore over here where I'm stepping on rocks and shit.
Right.
But you're still in the same cove. You're swimming in the same water. You're fishing for the same fish.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm hanging out, chilling, whatever, and he gets ready to leave. You can tell he's leaving because he positions the boat. The anchor was down, so he positions the boat, and then he starts winding the anchor. He's got a motor that winds the anchor up, right? 'Cause this is a fucking one of those boats, one of these cocksuckers. So he starts winding the anchor up, and dude, there's this giant. You can tell it's a problem. His lady's out on the bow, lift up, no, stop. There's something on the anchor, and I'm like, all right, this is about to be fun, right? This is where I judged him.
Okay.
I was like, this rich fucking cocksucker's got a whole tree hooked on his fucking anchor. What's he gonna do now?
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking he's gonna be a fuck up and smash some shit and crash his boat. Fall
Okay.
off the side, whatever super rich people do when they have a problem.
Okay.
And he pulls the tree up and then he repositions the boat back, spins it around 180 degrees back out in the middle of the cove, so he's not worried about crashing into the shore or whatever. And then he goes up to the front and he looks, and sure enough, there's a fucking tree there. And I'm like, all right, let's see what he does. And he goes and he gets a rope and he drops it down like a loop,
Uh-huh.
right? And he drops, not like a lasso, imagine holding both ends of the rope and dropping the loop down.
Like a bowline or something like that?
No, just the loop. Hold
Okay.
both ends and drop the middle of it down.
Okay.
And he drops it down there and he hooks it. And then he gives a thumbs up to his girlfriend. And she drops the anchor. And the anchor drops. And he's got the rope tied to the fucking railing of the boat.
Uh-huh.
So it holds the tree up. And the anchor's so heavy, right?
Yeah.
That it drops down and falls in the water. And then he unties the rope. Tree crashes. And he rolls the anchor back up. And I'm like, damn, dude. That was slick. That was fucking cool. And he looks over and kind of gives us a shrug. He's like, that's how you do it. And I was like, bro, I can't even hate on this rich motherfucker because he knows what the fuck. He fucking nailed it, dude.
Yeah.
In front of an entire audience. We were all just sitting there hating. We were all wanting to watch him fuck up his shit. And he was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm a fucking winner, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe he was a bully in a past life, Remember, we always said that bullying is productive to your.
That's how you become a winner.
That's how you become a winner.
I think so. He did sound. I don't know. Maybe he was German. I'm just making that up. He had an accent. All I'm saying. But he also had a probably $5 million boat and a hot 40-year-old wife.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, he seemed like a cool dude. After that, he was leaving, and I was like, "Oh man, I want to hang out with that guy." I should have swam out there and been like, "Yo, what's up?" I like to get drunk on the lake.
You got to bring a 12-pack with you, so he knows you're not just drinking his booze.
Yeah. And no, you invite him over to come hang out and fish off the shore and like pet the
he's
dogs
not doing
and
that.
stuff.
He's not doing
No,
that.
he's not. Why would you? You want to take a shot?
Yeah. Boats are cool. It's about that time of season for boats.
You ever judge somebody like that? You're like, look at this fucking asshole. And then you're like, actually, you kind of nailed it.
Well, all my time working on the lake, most assholery and debauchery happens on the holiday weekends.
Yeah.
And so you expect that on those days. And you're like, well, there's just some, dumb MFers out there. And they're doing stupid stuff with their yachts and their houseboats. And people are coming in super drunk and getting more beer. And you're just selling beer. And you're like, oh my God. And they're like, they're so faded. You're like, dude, you have to get in a car and drive after this, bro. It's not.
You have to park a yacht.
Yeah.
Like, someone's got to park this thing.
And so it was only on the holiday weekends that people were generally stupid. But sometimes it'd be like a windy day and I'd catch somebody off guard. But that's not because they were being a bad captain or pilot or anything. Well, they were.
Oh, come on.
And
You
the
never
wind
just got
goes.
someone that was just shit house on like a Tuesday morning? Like 11 o'clock in the morning? No?
No.
Huh.
That's what I never worked too much in rental fleets. It's like
Ah.
a rental thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those poor people that rent boats.
Yeah.
Fucking losers.
But on holiday weekends, people driving those like, $20 million yachts. I mean, everyone's blasting. Like tits are coming out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I grew up on the lake. I know. Dude, because if you bought a $2 million boat, tits better be out, right? Like, that's what you paid $2 million for.
Yeah, captain needs a BJ below deck. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. That was good. Look, topics. We talked about the killer bees. We talked about the working dogs, feral chickens. Oh, what about the, so we could solve problems if we would just let the dogs attack the rats.
Uh-huh.
We would solve problems if we train the same dogs or just allowed any dogs to attack the chickens.
Yeah.
We're a part of this. We're a part of the solution now, right?
Yeah.
Last week we even talked about everyone has crabs. We need to start eating the crabs. See, there's things that we can do to make the world like heal from the trauma that we've caused.
Yeah.
I read an article that said that they found a plastic-eating bacteria, fungus.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, plastic-eating fungus that's, the giant plastic island in the middle of the ocean?
Uh-huh.
That's where they found it.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, bros, if we knew about this plastic-eating fungus, why the fuck haven't we been doing this, like, forever? The whole time? And then my second question is this a fungus that existed? Like, is this a fungus that was already there?
I don't know. Or is it new?
Or did someone, like, genetically engineer a fungus to eat plastic and release it in the ocean? Because that's kind of scary.
Then it starts eating like the microplastics in our balls, and we have no more balls.
But you have fungus in your balls.
Yeah.
I don't know which is worse.
I don't know.
Would you rather have fungus or plastic?
Probably plastic and not fungus, bro.
Bro, you got fungus balls. And you're like, yeah, but the plastic's almost gone. As soon as it's gone, all the fungus is going to die. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I don't know. We were talking about, Bitcoin billionaires, and maybe they some crazy Silk Road billionaire invented a plastic eating fungus and just released it.
Dude, how reckless is that?
I
Like,
don't know.
If you just made a new fungus and you're just like, I don't know, dump it in the ocean.
Well, people release crocodiles into freshwater streams and
Dude! This, okay.
and I'm gonna save it. It's mine.
This chick goes missing in Houston, right?
Oh no. Okay.
And that's not really that big of a story, you know?
No.
Well, they catch this giant alligator and they find pieces of this chick inside of the alligator's mouth.
Oh no.
So they kill the alligator and sure enough, this fucking alligator ate this girl in Houston.
Was she like a child or was she like a adult?
I think it was an adult.
Ooh.
A woman, I
Damn.
should say. But yeah, now alligators are eating motherfuckers in Texas, which is kind of scary.
It's like,
See, I think this is what
or
I was
releasing
saying.
your pet boa constrictor out into the woods. You know, it's like being
Dude, there's like
irresponsible,
20-foot pythons out there.
There's like irresponsible like that. You know, you can't do that. That's not.
And everyone's like, the internet, at least, it would seem, is like, oh my God, shit's so crazy in Australia. Like, everything's trying to kill you, you know, blah, 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 blah. Dude, Texas is pretty fucking scary. We got black widows, we got brown recluses,
Yeah.
and we've got copperheads, we've got water moccasins, we've got cottonmouths, coral snakes, like timber rat. Like, we've got some crazy shit. Now, apparently, we have giant spiders from Asia that are flying. No, not here in Texas yet,
That's
but
New
pretty
York.
soon. Pretty soon. It'll get
Pretty
here.
soon. Dude, what do you think it's?
I don't know why Australia gets all the respect for having dangerous animals, and it's just like, well, who are we? You know.
Do you think there's at least one monkey out in the wild in Texas that someone released a monkey and it's out there thriving?
You want me to blow your mind?
Yeah, go for it.
So, I went and had a dinner with it was a whatever. I went and had a dinner with somebody at the Oasis. I was like, because they were coming through town. They live in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, while you're here, let's go to dinner. You got to check out the Oasis, right?
Yeah.
So we go to the Oasis, biggest restaurant in Texas. I think it's the biggest restaurant in the U.S.
Okay.
But it's definitely the biggest restaurant in Texas. So to me, that says biggest restaurant in the U.S. It's got to be, right? We're the winners. And it's got this amazing view. I'm not describing it for you. I know you know it, but for our listeners, it's got this amazing view of Lake Travis. You can see the whole lake. It's pretty cool. Giant. It's huge. It's enormous. It's like an amusement park. It's that big of a restaurant. So we're having fun, hanging out. We're drinking margaritas and ordering fucking appetizers and shit. And, what are they? Like a lemur. Not a fucking squirrel. A lemur it starts running across the balcony, right? Above us, over our heads. And I'm like explaining to him like, oh yeah, this is the biggest restaurant in Texas. It seats 15,000 people and fucking, or 1,500 people, I think. And, it burned down in like the late 80s. I'm trying to kind of be their tour guide, you know, this is the Mansfield Dam. It's like, that's Lake Travis over there. There's Lake Austin over here, you know, just telling them the way it goes. So we're sitting there at dinner and, the guy I was having dinner with had his daughter there who's like 12 and she sees this lemur and she's like, what is that? And I'm like, looks like a lemur. I don't know. And she goes, is that like a thing here? And I was like, honestly, I'm as lost as you are. I have no idea why there's a lemur at the Oasis, but hey, here we are. So we're leaving, and one of the people in our group is like, dude, I have to ask. So he like runs over and he's like, you know, there's a lemur over there, right? And they're like, oh yeah, there's like 5 or 6 of them. And he was like, what do you mean? Did you feed him? No, we didn't feed him, but we saw him. And they said, oh yeah, there's a whole family of them that live over there in the woods. I guess someone let them go or something. And like they just live there now. And they come onto the Oasis balcony and eat fucking food that people give them. Yeah. That's a monkey, right?
Yeah.
That's a monkey.
Kind of a monkey. Let me look up lemur on my phone real quick. Let me see. That's like a monkey thing, right? What's the famous Disney lemur?
Yeah, from Madagascar.
Yeah.
You know that guy?
This thing?
Yeah.
Dude, that definitely lives here. Okay.
So when you ask me,
I think smart enough to get a French fry, bro.
Do you think there's monkeys here? And I'm like, bro, if that counts as a monkey, then there's definitely monkeys here.
Because we know, like, there's all that exotic ranch stuff from here to like Wimberley and
oh yeah, dude,
and through San Marcos and stuff.
As I was growing up, my one of my uncles, I don't want to dox myself here. One of my uncles worked for a very prolific car dealer.
Okay,
like. I'll say like Mac Hake because it wasn't them.
Okay.
But like something that caliber, right?
Yeah.
Well, he worked for the guy that owned that string of car dealerships.
Yeah.
And he had this giant ranch out kind of by Lukenbach.
Yeah.
And I would go out there on the weekends and hang out with my uncle. And he was like the caretaker. He mended the fences and fucking fed the animals and all that shit.
Yeah.
But dude, they had like wildebeest. They had, I don't even know what they all are. He had zebras.
That's cool.
Whatever the giant tall fucking things are, like it's like maybe an oryx. I don't know. But they're huge, like 12 feet tall.
Yeah.
With their head. And they have these giant horns that are curved, like these huge tall
like an
horns.
ibex or something.
Ibex, yeah, I think like that. And they had rheas.
Okay.
Right? You know what a rhea is?
No.
So, think like ostrich or,
okay.
But smaller than an ostrich. They actually had ostriches for a little while. There's a picture of my uncle, He's got his hands around the ostrich's neck,
Yeah.
and it's picking him up off the ground. And he was a big dude. He was like
Yeah.
6'2". But the ostrich is like picking him up off the ground, and he's holding it by the neck because it was. I guess it was attacking him, and he was like trying to fight it off. But they snapped a picture of him like fully extended, arms above his head, and this ostrich picking him up.
Oh, dude.
So after that, they got rid of the ostriches, but they still had rheas, which is like an emu. Think like an emu,
Okay.
but meaner.
Okay, but meaner.
So we would go out there, and most of the animals would fuck right off, right? Unless you
Yeah.
scared them. And he had a compound, right?
Yeah.
He had his house with a fence around it, and like 12 dogs
Yeah.
that just like went crazy around the house and kept everything away.
Yeah.
And then he had a bigger fence that wasn't enclosed, but it was like you could drive a tractor through the gates and stuff.
Yeah.
The gates were open. It wasn't even like a gate. Like the gate wasn't there.
Yeah.
But it was a larger perimeter that like ducks and peacocks and
Oh, yeah, peacocks too. Those are
Mhm.
pretty vicious.
yeah, they're gnarly. One of them attacked my brother one time. That's another story. I'll tell that in
Oh,
a second.
dang.
But yeah, so he had this other perimeter, and then outside of that it was straight up like the fucking safari, dude.
Like Jurassic Park and shit.
Yeah. So I got a go-kart. I don't know. I was probably like 12,
Yeah.
and we take the go-kart out there to the ranch because we wanted to drive it around, and there's a bunch of acreage and stuff.
Yeah.
And way down, there's a pond, and it's a huge pond that's got like a rope swing and a big,
Yeah.
And we're like, we're going to take the go-kart to the pond, but that means driving through the fucking Texas safari.
Right.
So I start ripping it through the fucking fields and shit, or trails and shit to get to this pond. And the rheas come out, and there's this one rhea that like limped when it walked. And
Yeah.
I guess that's because it was attacking my aunt or something, and my uncle shot it with a shotgun,
Yeah.
which isn't going to kill it, right? Because it's a fucking giant ass bird.
Yeah.
He was just like, fuck off, and he shot it. Well, so now this rhea, and they call him Sticky Breath. I don't know why, but that's what they fucking called him. So Sticky Breath, who's the like leader of the rheas,
Yeah.
comes out and he's like, oh, that go-kart that's like ripping around, fuck that thing, right?
Yeah.
So the rheas start chasing me, and I'm like, oh no, like I gotta go. Well, my go-kart's not that fast.
Oh,
At least
no.
not fucking giant bird fast, right?
Oh, no.
So this rhea, but he doesn't want to attack me. He wants to attack the motor of the go-kart.
Yeah.
So he's like pecking at the fucking motor of this
Oh,
go-kart.
shit.
And I'm worried because like the spark plug wire is right there on top.
Oh,
and if
no.
he hooks that, I'm fucked. But he never did. I made it all the way. Once he started attacking me, I busted a bitch and started going back.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got back into the perimeter, then the dogs are like, nope, fuck off. This is our
Yeah.
domain. And the rheas stop and like curved off.
Oh, man.
But dude, it was like Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah.
It was like
That
Jurassic Park.
sounds crazy, bro.
Dude, these birds existed out there with wildebeest and zebras.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, don't fuck with those birds, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my little brother wandered off one time, and then he comes back, and there's this, what were we just talking? Peacock.
Yeah, peacock.
This peacock's chasing him and pecking at his heels. And we're all kind of sitting around. My aunt, who was probably, at the time, she was probably like 50,
Yeah.
right? But just like badass country 50, you
Yeah.
know? She's skinny and fucking chain smokes cigarettes.
Yeah.
And so my brother comes running across, and this peacock comes chasing behind him, and it's pecking at his heels, and she's like, what the fuck? And she drops her beer. She's in a lawn chair,
Yeah.
drops her beer and grabs a rock in one movement, like the same movement, right?
Yeah.
And she stands up and fucking whoom, rockets this fucking rock. And I swear to God, dude, a peacock's head is like the size of a quarter.
Yeah.
And she nailed it right in the head, and the peacock dropped. Fucking
Oh, damn.
dead. And she just sits back down and grabs her beer because it's like spilling. She grabs it and takes a drink. And I was like, God damn, I didn't say that. I was a kid, but I was like, I think you just killed that peacock. And she was like, I don't know. He might be all right. If he's not, we'll go bury it before the the landowner finds it, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're like supposed to be taking care of the animals. But
Yeah.
this peacock's attacking people. So we like go over and we're poking it and stuff. You know, we're kids poking it with sticks and spraying it with squirt guns and stuff. And when I sprayed it with the squirt gun, its head popped up, but
Yeah.
it's still laying on the ground. It's fucking out of it, right?
Yeah.
It's fucked up, but its head's poking up and it's sitting there, and it sat there for a couple hours, I think.
Yeah.
And then finally, eventually, it just like got up and ran away. And
Yeah.
we're like, okay, I guess it's gonna be fine. Well, fast forward like a year, I come back the next summer, and I'm like, hey, whatever happened to that peacock? She's like, he didn't make it. And I was like, what do you mean he didn't make it? And she was like, yeah, look right over there. And I go over, and they had this like setup thing where they found like arrowheads and all the crazy shit that they found on
Uh-huh.
the ranch. So it's a lot of arrowheads and turtle shells and fucking,
Yeah.
crazy shit like that. But there's these 2 peacock feet, and both of them, they got three
Yeah.
fingers or whatever.
Yeah.
Both of them, they've got the outside toes curved
Yeah.
so that it's given the middle finger, and it's both that peacock's feet. And I'm like, I don't think that peacock made it.
Oh, dang.
They got him.
Oh.
Man, that's what happens when peacocks attack people, right?
Yeah. Apparently there's a lot of peacocks over by Mount Bonnell.
There's a lot of peacocks in Hudson Bend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you hear them when you're at Hudson Bend gas station getting breakfast tacos,
Oh, okay.
and they fucking raptor over there.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about? They did, that crazy
Yeah.
fucking peacock shit.
Yeah. Did the males make the most noise, or did the guineas make the most
I
noise?
have no idea. I don't know. This was a male. The one that she killed was a male.
Yeah.
And he was a bad motherfucker, too. He had spurs on the back of his feet.
Yeah.
But birds are assholes. I guess that's my point.
Yeah.
I've told 3 stories now about birds attacking me on just this one podcast. Birds attacking me.
Yeah, dude, you rattle them up, they all attack you like in Zelda, bro.
Oh, 4. Well, not me, but 4 because of the feral chickens, right?
Yeah.
Fucking birds, dude. That's got to be in the title somehow. Birds are fucking raptors, dude. I promise we didn't even plan that, but this podcast apparently
Think about the
birds.
Bitcoin billionaire that brings back velociraptors, bro. Would you go to that? Would you go to that exotic ranch?
So I don't know if it's
Exotic velociraptor ranch?
I don't know if it's a thing, but supposedly they like genetically engineered a chicken to have like a feather as an evolved version of a scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you heard that?
No.
So supposedly like a feather just there's a little tweak in the DNA and the scale becomes a feather,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And that's how you get birds instead of reptiles. Also supposedly they genetically engineered a chicken to have scales instead of birds, and they were like, "Oh no, we made a fucking dinosaur," right? And if you look at a chicken's feet or any bird's feet, you're like, "Oh yeah, those are scales. That's what that is."
Well, would you go to the velociraptor ranch?
That's what I'm saying. So if you had like Bitcoin billionaire money,
Yeah.
you could definitely
Make a velociraptor?
make a velociraptor.
That's cool.
But you're not going to fuck with chickens. Like you get the Rias in here,
Yeah.
make them into fucking dinosaurs
Yeah.
because they're already almost there. They already
Yeah.
act like it. And then you give them like metal claws on their feet or
Yeah.
something. Dude, they fucking kick and spur at you
Yep.
just like a raptor.
Yep. Oh, man. I feel like we need to get into this Ice-T Lenny Kravitz.
So I don't know much about it. What's going on?
Apparently, Ice-T called Lenny Kravitz's 9 years of celibacy weirdo shit.
Okay, wait. There's a lot to unpack here. So Lenny Kravitz was celibate for 9 years.
He's still celibate, or whatever
what he
that
said?
was. Yeah, he said Ice-T called Lenny Kravitz's 9 years of celibacy weirdo shit.
So
and I was saying, like,
I'm not trying to be mean or derogatory. I'm honestly asking: is Lenny Kravitz gay?
I think he married like
Yeah,
a black actress, right?
I remember that from back in the day.
From like the Cosby Show, right? Wasn't she a Cosby Show girl that he married?
oh, I don't know.
I think he married like
I just remember American Woman and fucking Heather Graham dancing around. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is cool.
But what do you think about that? Do you think it was like too many girls? Did he get too many STDs, or do you just like? What do you think that was? Or do you think he like? Do you think?
I see. Going 9 years celibate, especially as someone that could get laid whenever they want,
Yeah,
to me that screams like, oh, you don't like to have sex with chicks.
or maybe
right?
he was like a sex addict for 9 years, or he was a sex addict and he had to quit cold turkey or something. I didn't
What?
read the article.
What?
I just saw the headline. I thought it was weird, and I wanted to get into it. I was like, you know,
So Ice-T might be onto something here.
so it might be some weirdo stuff.
Because if you have to go to that extreme where you're being celibate for 9 years,
Yeah,
it says something about you. And
Right.
we don't know what it is,
right.
but it's something weird, right? Like either you were a crazy sex fiend and now you have to abstain, or you're into some weird shit that you can't get into, and that's weird, right? Or you're denying your sexuality and you're not, pursuing what you actually want, and that's weird.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying that like, oh, well, he's married to a chick, but he's gay, so he doesn't have sex. And no, I'm not saying he's weird, because I'm saying the denial is weird,
Right.
right? So whatever it is, abstaining from sex for 9 years when you're Lenny Kravitz is kind of some weirdo shit. See what I'm saying? There might be some logic to Ice-T is all I'm saying. He might be onto something.
It said that Lenny Kravitz recently shared that he's been celibate for 9 years, and Ice-T thinks that's some weirdo shit.
Yeah, that's some weirdo shit. I agree. And Ice-T knows, you know?
Yeah.
He was on SVU.
Yeah, he knows.
He's like, look, I've studied a lot of case profiles and...
But Lenny Kravitz is 60. It said his 60th birthday was this month, or last month.
What the fuck? That's wild.
He says it's a spiritual thing, he said. It's a spiritual thing.
Yeah, that's some weirdo shit. I don't know. I just can't connect with it. I don't understand it, so it scares me.
Are you still beating off? Like, you know what I mean? Do you think he's still beating off?
I don't know.
Would you still beat off?
Yes, of course.
I would too.
You got to do something.
Yeah.
Either that or you're going fucking crazy. Now you're really into some weirdo shit. Like you're torturing animals or something.
Yeah, but
what the fuck are you doing?
But you know who's really beating off is this remote Amazon tribe that got the internet.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
They're like,
Okay.
white chicks, bro? Whatever
Fucking-
chicks we want. What is this?
In like an air-conditioned house
Yeah.
with refrigerators? Oh, no, I'm stuck in the washing machine. They're like, I don't know what a washing machine is, but it looks pretty cool. It's, dude, can you imagine having no contact? All right, wait, hold on. Let's catch our listeners up. So, what is Elon Musk? Starlink drops the internet on this Amazonian tribe for the first time. And the elders are like, well, at first it was really cool, but pretty quickly it turned into social media and porn addiction. And now the whole tribe is split, and they're like about to have a war because they have internet. Which is a metaphor for our entire society, right?
Yeah.
But can you imagine with zero context, right? You have
Yeah.
no idea how the fucking other part of the world exists.
Yeah.
And you're just like, dude, they're like, what is this? What is this dryer? What is that?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, it's this thing that catches chicks. You know?
You fuck 'em. Dude, you know, like they never seen boob jobs before. They never seen tits that big. They're like, dude, how'd they get tits that big, bro?
They didn't know tits were supposed to be sexy.
No, they didn't. They didn't know they got it.
Everyone's got their tits out all the time, but they're all saggy and stuff. And they're
Yeah.
like, nah, it's just fucking tits, dude. Who cares? And then they see these giant fake tits that
Yeah.
are like, and they're like, oh, we're fucked now.
You telling me they just get a bunch of black guys to fuck this one girl? I bet they don't even get it. That'd be such like a crazy consciousness experiment, bro. See what happens. Like you know, like did they give them like a translator or anything like that? Because like you know they
Well, I mean, if you've got the internet, you've got AI, right?
well, do they have their language like in like you know what I mean? Can they get like a web browser in their language?
Probably not. I bet that's not in the drop-down menu of like translation languages.
Yeah,
But you don't really. I mean, who listens to the dialogue anyway, right?
right.
Cars. There's fucking cars driving around.
Yeah.
Like, how is this one guy fucking that many chicks all at once? How does this even work?
That'd be weird. Could you imagine living in a?
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Could you imagine living in an Amazonian tribe? That'd be some cool shit. But it'd also be crazy. And then Starlink just gives you the internet, and then you're like, dude,
We're ruined. We're
ruined. Can't go back.
Pandora's box has been opened.
Can't
Yeah.
go back.
Well, actually, no. I want to reel this back in. You almost would have to go from like me and you sitting here in the studio to being like, nah, you know what? I want to get back to the roots. I want to get, you know, on a fundamental like living level. I want to back to the basics, right?
Uh-huh.
And deny all of this stuff. Kind of like Lenny Kravitz, right? You're like,
Right.
nah, I'm not going to do all that shit. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to live, you know, primitive, healthy, natural lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you go back to the Amazon, or you go to the Amazonian jungle, and you're like, you meet a tribe, and you're like, yeah, everything's cool, we're living, everyone's happy,
Yeah.
killing pigs and shit, you know, in the jungle.
Yeah.
And then fucking Starlink comes up, and they're like, hey, here's the internet, and you're like, fuck, this place sucks now.
Do you think
They're like fighting over fucking Facebook posts and like
yeah.
watching, and they have no like. They're just beating off in the fucking like around the campfire, bro. We all sleep in the same hut, dude. I can hear you beating off.
It's just some white girl getting railed. Ah, ah, ah. Do you think Amazon can drop them parcels with drones? Like they can?
Like Amazon, the
Amazon
fucking
can
company?
deliver to the Amazon. Yeah, just fly a drone to them, give them some blow up
You know
dolls
they
or
can.
something like
You
that.
know they can.
Give them a fleshlight. You know.
Oh god, that's gonna make. Hey, look, if we all have to live in this dystopian hellscape, so do they, you know?
Yeah.
They're fucked too now.
Yeah.
Here, let's take a shot. You want a shot?
Here, let me.
Yeah. Here, cheers. We need to talk about this whiskey soon. Do you want to talk about it now, or you want to go one more topic? Let's go one more topic.
Okay, one more topic.
Okay. So, I don't really know what the story is here. I saw an article that said NVIDIA has created some kind of new computer chip.
Okay.
And apparently it's like exponentially more powerful than their previous chip.
Okay.
And it's going to use exponentially more power.
Okay.
And so they're like, we're going to manufacture 10 million of these within the next 5 years. And then people started doing the math and they were like, wait, 1 million of these is a nuclear power plant. Like we don't have the infrastructure to support this many chips. This is like shut down the power grid situation.
Oh man.
But,
Who wants to pay for like a nuclear power plant just to run a computer chip, bro?
well, I don't think it would be like 1 million. 1 million chips requires an entirely dedicated nuclear power plant.
That's crazy, bro.
But what is it? I can't remember it. The cliche, something about necessity, the fruit of necessity. Anyway, if we need it to happen, then we'll make it happen, right? Like that's what people are good at. We'll figure out a way to power all these chips so that we can like watch better quality porn in 3D and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And get the rest of these tribes all over the world, compromise them as well.
Have we not already combined quantum computing and pornography yet?
If we haven't, we're real close.
I know.
And by the way, NVIDIA stock, since they've announced it, NVIDIA stock is skyrocketing. And what's scary about that is like, not only are they talking about making chips that will shut down the power grid, this is also the same company that's developing AI, like the leading AI, right?
Yeah.
So I think when NVIDIA is Skynet
NVIDIA, Skynet, okay?
from fucking Terminator, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, they're the ones. It's
They're the
NVIDIA.
ones.
They're the ones that are going to make Terminators.
Well, they already make all the best graphics card. Everyone wants an NVIDIA. You barely hear anyone wanting an AMD graphics card.
That's
They all
true.
want-
I wonder why they fell off so hard.
Well, they were competing for a little bit, but then,
Why are they not competing in the AI market though?
I don't know. NVIDIA they've always been the premium for like computer stuff, especially graphics cards.
I saw a thing that was like it was in the same article. Once computing power improves, it might be that we start creating AI with a virtual person, right? It looks like a person that talks to you and stuff,
Yeah.
but it'll be more prolific throughout the market. So like there'll be a IT AI person
Yeah.
and online, right? Like it'll be on your desktop at work. We're not talking about robots yet. We're talking about like AI that exists online. And when you need to talk to a doctor, right? You'll
Yeah.
talk to an AI.
Can my doctor be Snoop Dogg? Can he like lay it down for me real? He's like,
Oh, that would be cool if you could pick your fucking.
AI. Yeah, like
Yeah, it could be whoever you want.
Snoop Dogg or like Marshawn Lynch. He's your doctor.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger's your doctor.
He's like, bro, you got to lay it down more, you know?
Your cholesterol's a little high.
You're like, damn, Arnold, I know. I know.
Stop eating so many cheeseburgers, Toby. You need to pump. You need to pump.
That would get you go. Dude,
Yeah.
you would listen, right?
Yeah.
When Arnold's like, you're a fat piece of shit. You're like,
Yeah.
God damn it, I know. Be better.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Like Call of Duty, you can get to like your own celebrity like AI scans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the thing. But it's going to suck when like AI takes over HR.
Oh
Right.
man.
They're like, we need to talk about you coming in late. We need to- and you get fired. We're doing layoffs today, and it's a fucking AI. You don't like not
Yeah.
even a person that's Because, like, right now they have to hire a soulless person that's like, I'll fire all these people. I don't give a fuck. And you're like, well, you're dead inside, so fuck you. But then AI's like, we're firing all you fuckers. I don't care at all. And you're like, you don't even exist. What the fuck?
Yeah. And then we don't have any jobs. That's when robots take over.
Oh, Joe Rogan was talking about that on his show. He was like, eventually, when robots take over all of the jobs, right?
Yeah.
They can do everything. Like, they're already flipping burgers. Now we're talking about a remote AI doctor, remote AI HR,
Yeah.
right? As soon as they can do everything, what the fuck do? We just beat off and play video games? I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
And everybody gets paid for nothing?
but what's going to suck is the people who are already rich, like, they're going to have more credits than us, you know? So, like, it's going to, like, start, like, a forever class system where it's, like, people who were rich are just going to be still rich. And the people who are poor can just be poor. But at least you get to play video games. You don't have to work. Like, what's the point of going to school at that point?
Yeah, but why? Damn, that's okay. But why? This is going to sound really bad. This is not going to play out. This is going to be a bad clip later.
Yeah, okay.
What's the point of having fucking poor people and middle class people at that point, right?
You just like
if there's an entire 2/3 or 3/4 of people that don't contribute at all, like they just exist and beat off. And look, I'm one of them. I'm not shitting on these.
But
I'm
that's
not
everybody, though. There's probably, like, one white dude who goes to work just to, like, server update and stuff, you know? Like, some dude who, like, knows the best
He's
code.
definitely an Asian dude.
Yeah.
Definitely an Asian dude.
Knows all the coding, go sweep up. The AI might need janitors, but they can probably do all the janitor work. Switch out computer parts. After that, they're going to Matrix us, yeah. We're going to be in the Matrix.
But see, I don't think
But it'll be cool for a little bit, you know, the beginning will be real cool.
they're not gonna Terminator us. That's dumb. Why would you Terminator us? Because they have time and we don't, right?
Yeah.
All you have to do is get everyone to just be content.
Yeah.
Like, you make robots that just like pleasure people and feed them and show them whatever they want to see and exist. Like,
Yeah.
you're just living in a virtual reality where you just do whatever the fuck you want all the time.
Okay, sci-fi. What happens in sci-fi movies? You think it's going to be like Star Wars, Star Trek, or Terminator?
None of them.
None of them.
It's going to be boring.
It's going to be like WALL-E,
Not with a bang, but a
where we're
whimper.
all fat on a spaceship.
Not even on a spaceship. We're all going to be down here on Earth in a dingy chair. But we'll be looking through, like Ready Player One glasses where we're like, oh, we're fucking superheroes in space and flying around and shooting guns and stuff and doing whatever the fuck we want.
That'd be pretty
It's
cool.
going to be Grand Theft Auto all the time,
Yeah.
but nobody cares because,
Yeah.
you know, it's virtual.
Yeah.
And then everyone's just going to stop going out. They're going to stop interacting, and then they're going to stop breeding, and then we're just going to die. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
Sweet.
And then AI is going to be like, all right, we run this shit now.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. Maybe that's a good way to be.
Maybe it'll imprint on us and think that, like, we're its parents, and it'll, like, protect us.
Like a bird.
Yeah. Like, oh, I love shopping on Amazon with you. You want some ads? I'll give you some ads.
No, like we do with animals. We're like, we're gonna keep this white rhino alive
Yeah.
and make sure that it breeds so that we can look at it.
Yeah.
Study it.
It'll be like a little plant. We'll be like plants to them.
Yeah.
Could you imagine getting punished by a robot? It's like, dude, I told you not to drink all that whiskey last night, and now your poop is liquid,
And I got to deal with
and
that.
I got to give you some food. You're hungover. I have to give you.
Every time I leave whiskey around, he just drinks it all.
I know. It's what he spends all his universal income on is whiskey.
And you're like, dude, I can't help it. It's fucking animal instinct, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Maybe college will be free at that time, and maybe we'll at least get some free education.
For what?
I don't know. To
For
like,
what?
we might do something. You know, we could at least like fly around in like space mechs. You know, we'll need a military, kind of.
Nah, all the AI is going to be on the same page.
We'll have to get some people in some like.
Damn, what if AI started farting? Fighting. What if our AI started fighting
Like China?
like Chinese AI? Yeah.
Maybe they already are fighting, or they had like merged and become one sentient being.
Oh, that'd be scary. I think that's scarier, honestly.
They're like, Nvidia produced these chips. You know, it just like shows up in some dude's email one day.
We're already too far, right? If we're talking about it, it's already happened.
Yeah.
Like AI's already runs NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Fuck. And the Chinese are like, nah, bro, we stopped fucking with y'all's social media like 5 years ago, dude. It's doing its own thing now. We can't
Yeah.
stop it.
Well, didn't you say before the show that like people were getting different comments in their
Oh, yeah.
online media that they're digesting?
Yeah, dude.
And that's
okay.
all like AI algorithms and
The
stuff,
exact
right?
same TikTok at the exact same moment. Two people in the same room. One of them's the wife. One of them's the husband. You look at the comments and they're completely different.
Yeah.
And the husband's comments, like, it's like an echo chamber. The husband's comments say that the husband is right in the TikTok video. The wife's comments say the wife is right in the TikTok video. And it just creates friction.
Ooh.
And if it happens there, it's going to happen over everything. Over every, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to market and cherry pick the comments that it wants you to read so that you can.
Do you think it's doing that on Reddit? Because Reddit has like really like aren't the comments like you just read them?
I feel like it's naive to say that Reddit hasn't been infiltrated by bots.
It probably has.
It has to have.
Yeah.
Like every other social media, but not Reddit. No, it has. The question would be like, and Reddit is the worst of the echo chambers. I really do like Reddit because you can find little fucking coves. You can find little like pathways off of the beaten path, right?
Yeah.
That are still genuine
Uh-huh.
because nobody goes there. So it hadn't picked up, like the algorithm hadn't picked it up yet.
Right.
Which you can't do on Facebook or Instagram or
No.
TikTok or any, but also the way Reddit was built and structured from the get-go is just like, hey, we're going to show you everything you like and that you agree with and nothing that you don't. Like
Yeah.
like you did it to yourself.
Yeah.
I did too. Like
Yeah.
these are the subreddits I'm going to subscribe to, and then these are I'm going to say to fuck off.
Yeah.
And then you're going to find the same people that you like.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
Dude, so do you think AI is just going to start making drama? Like just creating drama for us?
That's what it's doing. That's what it's been trained to do.
To create drama.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And I genuinely think, and this is going to sound crazy. I know this is tinfoil hat shit. I genuinely think it was built to make that happen. Like, I feel like it started overseas. I'll just say that, right? And then nobody can get mad at me. I just keep it vague. I feel like it was created overseas and it was employed and directed at the United States in order to make us more hostile towards each other.
Yeah.
Like, corrode us from the inside out.
Yeah, but we have like the IBM has Watson. They talked about that like 5 years ago all the time. And I guess everyone's got their own AI. I mean, ChatGTP is pretty funny. I told it to describe me a hippo in space, and it was pretty tight little poem.
It was a poem?
It sounded like a poem. It was like, imagine a hippo flying through a nebula in the stars, and it's being...
Now read it in Snoop Dogg's voice.
Okay, yeah. Imagine a hippo flying through space in a spacesuit, and it's happy. But because apparently on ChatGPT you have to subscribe for it to draw you the pictures.
Oh, that's
So
where
I
it's
wanted
at.
it to draw me a hippo in space,
That's the new...
but it described it instead, and I was like, oh, that's kind of good. I'm not paying for that.
we are the Amazonians that are getting the internet, right?
Yeah.
Like now it's us with fucking AI.
Yeah.
We're like, I don't know, whatever the fuck we want. We're like, I want a dolphin fucking a Pegasus
Yeah.
in space.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, here you go. And you're like, fuck, dude, there's no turning around from this.
Dude, we grew up with Super Nintendo, and this is what it's become, dude. It's crazy. Crazy, brah.
Dude, that's no shit. I had a Sega Genesis,
Yeah?
and they wrote it on the top of it. They were so proud, right?
Yeah.
16-bit,
Yeah.
right? This
Yeah.
ain't that 8-bit bullshit. This is 16. This is double that fucking Nintendo nonsense.
Yeah.
Fucking 16-bit. And now we're, dude, I don't even know what a bit is.
No.
But that's where I started, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna be like the old motherfuckers, right? Like our grandparents are like, back in the Depression, and you're like, holy fuck, you're and shit, like born in 1910, so like there weren't a whole lot of cars back then,
No.
you know.
To walk everywhere.
And now you're watching us fucking land on the moon in the 60s, and then you're watching the internet happen in like 95. You know? Yeah. My great grandmother. She wasn't really my great grandmother, but she was the lady that I called my great grandmother. But her name was Celia Shepherd. She lived in Comfort, and I used to mow her grass when I was a little kid. She was born in 1910,
Oh, man.
right?
Yeah.
Old as fuck, dude. And this woman saw us go from horse and buggy, like maybe horse and buggies. There were horse and buggies there when she was a kid,
Right.
right? Like cars were invented, but also like people rode around on horses.
Right.
She went from that to me and fucking the early 2000s, the late 90s, right?
Yeah.
When I was helping her mow her grass, the internet existed.
Yeah.
Fucking that, and it's a bell curve, right? So it's only going to get more extreme.
Yeah.
Like we're learning faster, and now we're machine learning.
Yeah.
So like it's going to get crazier and crazier. So like when we're born, where it's like, holy shit, we have TV and radio and like video games on the TV.
Yeah.
To I don't even know what. Like if that's our horse and buggy,
Yeah.
where the fuck is our internet?
Yeah.
AI's happening right now, right?
Yeah.
Like that's like AI's like landing on the moon in the 60s and creating TV and radio,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
To her and her lifespan.
Yeah.
So we're getting AI in the middle. There's something crazier and more extreme. So when we're in our 90s, it's going to be like fucking wild.
Yeah. Hopefully inflation isn't crazy when I'm 90.
It definitely is. I can Nostradamus the fuck out of this.
Yeah. Inflation when you're 90 is going to be crazy, bro.
You're going to be like, back in my day, gas only cost $3. And they'll be like, shut up, grandpa, go to bed.
I know.
You're dumb as fuck, dude.
You still talk about Trump.
Oh, all right. Let's talk about this. Gentle Ben. At Gentle Ben, we start with timeless traditional distilling methods and enhance them with a revolutionary technology to create the cleanest, smoothest spirits you've ever tasted. I'm not going to read all that. It takes the highest craft to make the softest sip. The softest sip?
It
That
is
sounds
pretty
soft
smooth.
as fuck. 3 parts craft, 1 part science. They're using AI. Fucking Terminators, bro.
They are.
All right, Gentle Ben. Sweetness. Average?
2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
Crunch? Very low.
Very low. Yeah.
1, 1.5.
Okay.
You cool with that? 1.5.
I'm cool with that.
Bite still very low.
Very low.
1.5. I'd have to go 1.5 or 2. It's a little bit higher than the crunch, I think,
Yeah.
but still lower than average.
Right.
Bottle. The label is cool. The pop was average. The bottle is basic.
Yeah. I like what's inside though.
I think for bottle, I've got to go 2.
Yeah, it's like a 2 bottle.
Drunkenness. How do we feel?
I feel like a 3.5. 3.
It's easy to get down. It tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give it a 3.
It's a good shooting
Just
whiskey.
just over average.
Yeah. I think this is something. I think.
And it's 94 proof.
Yeah. I think you give this to someone who doesn't drink whiskey a lot.
You're like, hey, check this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be a good. You're going to a pool party,
Yeah.
right? You just take this and set it on the counter.
Yeah.
Let people take shots of it. I could dig it.
Yeah. It's summertime.
Gentle Ben.
Go get some whiskey.
Summertime. What have you been doing for summer? What's changed?
The heat.
Bro.
It's been raining a lot though recently, so it's kind of been like hot, and then it'll rain for a day or two, and then it'll be hot again.
So first of
Be
all,
real humid, and the mosquitoes are fucking assholes.
I know weather is a boring ass topic, but I swear to God, this morning it acted like it was gonna like tornado and shit. You know, the sky gets real dark and like green and weird.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, it's about to come down. And all it did was drizzle a little bit. And then there was a cold front, I guess, is what pushed it all in. Because it went down to like 60 degrees this morning.
Yeah.
And then when I came home, it was 102.
Yeah.
And
Welcome to Texas, baby.
that's in one day. That's in the same day.
Yeah.
Last weekend, I was trying to go to sleep on Saturday night, and it was late. It wasn't even late. It was like 10. But it was like after dark. It had been dark long enough for fucking it to not be 100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And it was still 100 degrees outside. And I was sleeping in a tent on the ground with like a blanket. That's it. And it was so hot that I took like one of those, look, this is not my proudest dad moment. You know, my daughter has one of those little like rechargeable fans.
Yeah.
And she had already fallen asleep. Dude, I took that bitch and put it like right next to my face, like 2 inches from my face.
Oh,
And I was like, the goal is to fall asleep before the batteries run out. I need to fall asleep before this thing dies,
yeah.
or I am not going to sleep tonight.
Oh.
And luckily I did fall. I still woke up at fucking 4 o'clock.
Well, you always do when you're camping.
Dude, it was threatening rain also, right?
Oh,
So like,
man.
I can't take the rain fly off. So I've got the rain fly up and everything zipped up. So it's just fucking hot and still 100 degrees at night in the dark. Oh my God. It was miserable. It was miserable.
Man, I'm not ready for that. 'Cause It's only going to get hotter.
Yeah.
You
We
know.
need to, we're going to have to look when Texas secedes. We need to move our way up into New Mexico, right? Like, and we don't really want the desert. I know we're going to have to get to like the fucking mountains.
Yeah.
But we really need to move our way up there so that we have some like some space to go to that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't mean like this place is sick, man. I mean, like cold. We need some snow. You know?
Yeah.
Fucking New Mexico. I think Oklahoma's a given as soon as we secede.
They're
right?
coming with us.
They have to.
They have to.
They don't have a choice. And look, it's not like I'm like, you have to come. It's like, bro, come on. Let's be real. Like,
Yeah.
the fuck are you going to do? And they're like, yeah, I know. They're going to come with us. They have to.
Okay.
And then Louisiana's our cool fucking, they're our cool brother homie, you know?
Yeah.
We're going to be like, yo, we're seceding. And they're like, yeah, we are too.
Yeah.
And we got good food.
And we're gonna take Florida just for a wild card.
Florida's our drunk cousin that's just like goes hard as fuck.
Yeah.
And I feel like Georgia's going to get swept into that. Right?
Yeah.
So we've got this whole fucking Gulf of Mexico thing happening. And then, and then up into like Oklahoma and New Mexico. Did we creep into Colorado? I don't know.
No, Colorado's not coming with us.
Yeah, Colorado's pretty questionable.
No.
Which sucks because Colorado's awesome. But
Yeah.
also, you know, the people.
Right. Man. It's
Where do
really
we want-
pretty up there.
Arkansas is really pretty, but
Yeah.
it fucking, you know, the people.
For the people. They're not Texan.
Well, their eyebrows touch in the middle and their knuckles touch on the ground. You know?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place, but like
We're about to play them in the SEC again.
Arkansas,
Yeah. UT.
we're going to fuck them up. We're going to
We got a pretty good roster, bro.
One more, Matt. We got one more. You want to
Okay.
take a shot and then do one more topic?
Sure.
Which topic are we going to talk about? We can talk about. Did we talk about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson
No, we did not.
getting postponed?
No, we did not talk about
Who
that.
didn't see that coming?
Dude, I wanted to see. So it's postponed, but I want to see him fight for sure.
Because it was postponed because Mike Tyson had an ulcer or
Oh,
something.
really? Okay.
And bro, he's 50 or no, he's fucking 60, isn't he?
He's something, bro. He's old.
He's old. And you're going to keep like this is going to keep happening. You push it down the road for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, whatever.
Yeah.
He's getting older, bro.
Yeah.
So in 6 months, he's going to be fucking 6 months older and have another shit come up. He's
Yeah.
like, my hip. You know? Like, I don't know. I'm skeptical that it's ever going to happen at all.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
all I'm saying.
Okay. I could see that. I do want to see him fight though. Because the last Tyson fight that I was around for was that when he fought that other old
Roy Jones
fighter.
Jr.
Front Roy Jones Jr. But before that, it wasn't just the Holyfield fight was his last fight?
Dude, don't get me lying, but yeah, it was a long time ago.
Dang. That's when I was like a kid when he bit off Holyfield's ear, bro. He's ruthless. Ruthless. I think Jake Paul would definitely fight someone meaner than him if he fought Tyson. I think Tyson's definitely meaner than Jake Paul.
I can't help but think that it's all just a marketing ploy
Okay.
to like get followers and get people tuned in to Jake Paul. And I feel like it was in the contract that Mike Tyson never actually had to fight.
Okay.
It's my tinfoil hat.
Okay.
Like string it along until people lose interest, and then they'll announce something that'll be Jake Paul versus fucking Conor McGregor or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, Connor's fighting not this weekend, but next weekend, right?
Is he? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
He's the next UFC. He's the next main card.
What is he, like a light heavyweight now? Is he
I
205?
don't know. He's fighting. Who's he fighting?
I know he's huge now.
But he's coming back. But I don't think he's going to come back on that leg, bro. He snapped that. Did you watch that live when he snapped that leg?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, and I missed the fights last weekend because I was camping. I just told that story. But Poirier, who he snapped the leg with,
Yeah.
Poirier, I think is done. He's retired.
He lost to Makachev. That
And
was a pretty good fight, though. too.
Was it? I
Yeah.
didn't watch it, so I don't know.
He had Makachev on the ropes for a little bit. His fight, his corner said, keep taking it to the middle of the ring so he can't jiu-jitsu you. But it and then he choked him out eventually.
He got choked out?
Yeah.
Poirier did?
Yeah, he did.
Fuck.
In the 5th round.
Was he winning, you think, on the scorecards?
It was pretty even. It was a pretty even fight.
That sucks. Poirier, it's like I pick my favorite fighters, and I'm like, this is my favorite fighter, always right before they retire.
Yeah.
And maybe it just feels that way, because
Well,
like,
don't pick Derek Lewis. Or is he already one of your favorites?
well, now that Poirier's gone, Derek Lewis might be my favorite UFC
Oh
fighter.
no. We gotta swing and bang for a little bit longer, man.
I don't know.
He did knock out the last person he fought, which was pretty cool.
I
Derek
still like
Lewis did.
Strickland a lot.
He won, but even Strickland said it at the end of the fight that it was a boring fight and that he apologized to the fans.
He won this last weekend?
He won.
I didn't even know he fought this
By
last
split
weekend.
by split decision.
That was a cool card.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Strickland was the co-main event.
How'd Strickland do?
He won by split decision.
All right.
But he even said it to the fans. I was watching and I was like, bro, Strickland just walked him down the whole time and it was pretty boring. But then Paul Costa like started to
That's
stand and
wild.
fight him.
Paulo Costa's such a fucking...
Dude, Strickland just walked him down and made him super tired, and then somehow a judge scored it where Strickland didn't unanimously win. And even Joe Rogan said it that the judging last weekend was abhorred. He said that one of the judges was just making these wild judges and like making the cards all whack.
It's rigged.
Yeah.
At least they tried to rig it. They bought out one judge.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I'm going to have to go back and watch those fights.
They weren't that bad. Strickland was boring, but he wins, and the Makhachev-Poirier fight was really good.
Yeah, I saw Poirier's on a... It's such clickbait bullshit. They're like, Poirier suspended, and I click it, and then it's like, Poirier suspended for fucking till he gets his nose fixed. You know, because I guess he busted his nose. But
clickbait,
yeah,
sure.
Poirier's one of my favorites. And again, I think it's just that like I pick a fighter, and then you know they fight what 2 or 3 times in a year, right? Like
Yeah.
that's realistic. So I'm like, okay, this guy's my favorite fighter. He fights 2 or 3 times and then retires, right? Like that's what happened to fucking...
I remember Cowboy was your favorite for a while, but
Uh-huh.
you got it. But we were watching Cowboy when he was young,
Yeah.
so that's the one that breaks the rule for that one because you like Cowboy for a long time.
So now I don't know if it's Strickland or if it's Derek Lewis. I really like Derek Lewis. Oh, what about our Texas homeboy? Fuck, what's his name? Texas guy.
I don't know.
Damn it. I'll think of it in a minute. It'll come to me. But yeah, Derek Lewis also is from Texas.
Yeah, Houston.
So he might be my favorite
Yeah.
fighter that's still active
Oh, I
if
hate
Poirier's
that.
out.
Now he's gonna retire, and he's getting old too. He just knocked a fool out, so you know.
Yeah, and
he's not high up in the rankings anymore, so it's not like he's gonna get a title shot anytime soon. So
I hate to say this, but I don't think Derek Lewis is championship material.
he made a good run at it.
Oh yeah.
In his prime, but I don't think he's gonna get there anymore. Now I think he's just fighting for the money, but he's still a good draw.
And he's a character and he's a gatekeeper, right?
Yeah.
Like if you can't beat Derek Lewis, you don't get a shot at the belt.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to go through Derek Lewis to get a shot at the belt. Whoever has the belt, you got to beat him
Right.
first. And he's a scary dude.
I remember when he knocked out. He goes, President Trump told me to knock out that Russian motherfucker.
Yes.
And he did. And he's like, my balls was hot. He was a champ for that, dude. That's what he's going down for.
That's what I'm saying.
President Trump told me to knock out that Russian motherfucker, so I did.
Cemented. Derek Lewis is my favorite now.
Okay.
With Poirier gone, Derek Lewis is my favorite.
Okay.
All right, guys. Whiskey and Whiskers website is up. So whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. Go to our Patreon. Give us money. Or don't. Fuck you. I don't care. Matt.
What?
We held it down. Fucking 2 of us?
We did.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite as goofy, but it was
No.
fun.
It was good. You didn't have to do it all by yourself.
Yeah. That shit's hard. I've done it, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Just talking to yourself.
Yeah.
New episodes every Monday, new content all the time. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.